Good. No. Overruled. Good morning, Twitch.tv. Good morning to YouTube as well. And, of course, good morning, Mini Motorways. We are going to Tokyo for today's daily challenge, where all destinations will be very busy and we get double roundabouts. Huzzah! Sunflare's Space was here first. Good morning, Samurai Sam, Bog Unicorn. Good lord, so many folks here. I saw Shotgun Splicer. M. Pizarro is here as well. You come that away. Thank you. So Sam says, and for the folks on YouTube who have no idea what the context is, so the show's called Good Morning Mini Motorways, right? And many moons ago, I decided that it just occurred to me that phrase is culturally appropriative and I should stop saying it in jest. Noted. A very long time ago, I decided, you know what? Just saying Good Morning Mini Motorways as the Twitch title every single day is gonna get old and boring and repetitive. So, I found a random word generator that will spit out a random word that starts with G, and 3 random words that start with M, and you can tweak the syllables and all that. So, today's Twitch stream title is not Good Morning Mini Motorways. By the way, we're taking 2 roundabouts because roundabouts. It's not Good Morning Mini Motorways, it's Goat Marble Mother Magnitude. Because why not? It's good and cute and funny. It is the ethos of the channel, kinda, sorta. Also, Sam and I just disagree about stuff because we're paving this island. This island is tiny and dinky and only serves to annoy us and get in the way. No business will spawn here. No good thing can come of this. Paving this island saves the average Mini Motorways player 1.4 bridges per level. That's not actually true, but it sounds true. So, there. It's, what Stephen Colbert defined truthiness as before he got a network job and lost his balls. But I digress. Anyway. You go over here. You swing in that away so that we can approach this from the north without boop. You come right here. Everybody go. So the 3 of you swing down up to here. That's okay. Alright, let's take 30 road tiles. This is the show where we take anything except traffic lights. That's not actually true, but it might as well be. Did we all just get lo-fi rickrolled? I think technically you got acoustic guitar rickrolled, which is a different manner of rickrolled, but yes, that is exactly what happened. There are various levels of rickroll, basically. Oh, goodness. Ow, my eye. Ah, there's crap in my eye. How dare this? How dare the human body secrete items which then lead to... Ow, stupid. You know what I mean. Alright, this guy has... This business right here has gone circular, which blows. But... actually, I don't think we have a but there. I think it just blows. You point down this way. This red is going to get disconnected from that. We're going to have the 4 of you swing down here, but you need some dark blue friends. Those dark blues can come up there. You swing down here. We've got 5 going to this circle. We've got 6 going to this circle and 2 going here. We can yoink this if we need. Yeah, let's yoink that. There. Make that an even. Well, not even, indeed. But 3 going here, 6 going here. It's completely and totally fine. There was something I was going to talk about, and I completely forgot what it was. Oh, right. Football. Sports betting. The thing that is basically going to define the American sports consuming experience for the next 5 to 55 years, depending on how it and, more broadly speaking, society go. Yeah, that. I have not dipped my toe, really, into legalized sports betting, even though it is now totally fine and legal and on the books and all that in Massachusetts. But I had some money kicking around. Like here's the thing, right? I don't feel I don't want to, and I don't think it's a good idea to start betting simply for the sake of having something to bet on. That seems silly and bad and dumb. So we're not going to do that. That seems like a bad thing. So if I'm going to bet on something, it's going to be something about which I know something, right? I'm going to bet on, theoretically, I know things about baseball. However, one of the things I know about baseball is that you should never, ever, ever bet on the outcome of any given baseball game. Because any given baseball game, anything can happen. And if you're betting like, oh, I'm going to take the Red Sox over a run and a half today, I mean, you can know the starting pitcher and you can have an idea, but anything can happen in baseball. Baseball games are terrible things to bet on. And I personally am not a guy who goes for, like, prop bets, right? Like, oh, I'm going to bet that Mookie Betts is going to hit over 1.5 hits in today's game. He's going to have a really good day. I'm going to bet that he's going to have 2 hits. No. Again, you're betting on the outcome of a single baseball game, which is a bad idea. Samurai Sam does not want to hear about betting. He wants us to remember a guy, and that guy is Roddy Piper. And listen, Roddy Piper is an excellent guy to remember. He's a tremendous guy. If you define guy the way Defector defines guy, which I don't. Guy is just person, right? But the capital G guy is like a dude who's not in the Hall of Fame or anything, but you think about him and you're like, oh yeah, I remember that guy. And then you remember like 2 things about that guy. Roddy Piper is not that kind of guy. Roddy Piper is an all-time legend of professional wrestling, about whom I know roughly that he was an all-time legend of professional wrestling. Like, I could spout some facts about Roddy Piper. I don't have that many great personal memories just because his heyday was before my viewing. Like, he was huge in the 80s, and he, like, feuded with Hogan, and he was in a movie I never saw. Roddy Piper had a tremendous career. I will tell you one story, and this is kind of a random story, but it's a personal memory story, and those are good stories. So, what we're going to do first is we're going to stick a roundabout right here. These 3 dark blues are going to go through it up to there. These 2, actually, you know what? These 3 dark blues are going to go up this way toward that business, which is going to free up these 2 dark blues to work together going up here. And this is just going to be awkward for a little while, but we're going to pretend that everything's fine. See? Everything's fine. Everything's completely and totally fucked. Awesome. All right, so these 3 dark blues come right here. I don't have enough road to get them down that way. So awesome. Amazing. I love everything. My heart is filled with joy at these developments. God damn it. Okay. This is not enough road to get up there. No, it's not. Okay, fine. That makes sense. If I were the king of the forest, let's see here. You, and you. Come here. Give me all of this road back. Take motorway number 1, swing up north, thank you, and in that way. You three, meanwhile, take motorway number 2. Attach over there. You go straight up there. You're going to have a friend in a second. Hey, look, it's been a second and you've developed a friend. How's about that? Boom, boom, a boom. Boom, 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 and boom. Great. Tremendous. Amazing. So here's the story. It is the 2008 Royal Rumble, which was at Madison Square Garden, world's most famous arena in New York City. Big old building, famous place. Lots of historical stuff has happened there in like sports and concerts and all manner of entertainment, including MSG is like WWE's home. It's their ancestral home, I guess you could say, in the Northeast. It is a huge part of their history. Many, 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 many New York Knicks losses have happened in Madison Square Garden. Some, legend says, some New York Knicks victories have taken place in Madison Square Garden. I don't know if that's actually a thing that happens, but I'm somewhat reliably informed that the New York Knicks occasionally win basketball games. And when and if they do, those victories would take place in Madison Square Garden. So that part is true. All right, let's add a 4th dark blue going up this way. You are going to be 5 swinging up here, because I suspect that, actually, you know what? Why am I doing all of this? This seems like dumb things that I'm doing. Let's just boop, boop, and boop. Boop right there. So now we have 6 coming here. And we have 3 working there. Why are you working down, though? Why wouldn't it be better for you to just go up? You can go up. You can go there. You can go right up here. Swing that away like so. And all of this was building to motorway number 3, just like existing. There. Oh, God. Okay. Very smart man. All right. Road brain smart good. You know how it goes. So, 2008 Royal Rumble is at Madison Square Garden. And as I just said, Roddy Piper was big in the 70s, the 80s. Like, Roddy Piper was in the main event of the first ever WrestleMania, which, while it was kind of just supposed to be a big pay-per-view, it was supposed to be a very big pay-per-view. They didn't expect that it would become, the biggest show in wrestling forever. But the idea with WrestleMania was, hey, let's get some celebrities and let's put on a big fucking pay-per-view. And then they did. Or, a big fucking show. I don't even remember if it was on pay-per-view. Pay-per-view may not have been a thing in 1984, but I digress. Hi, Nora.
Yeah, you're a good kitty. Oh, she's a cat.
Okay. The Nora has been sufficiently scratched. So, where are we going? We're taking this yellow situation right here, and we're slightly adjusting the red situation to deal with the fact that we have to come down here with the yellow situation, as previously stated. Come this way. There. All these yellows would do that. All those reds would do that. This had better go circular at some point because I'm prepped for it. We'll take a bridge. So Roddy Piper is a guy who was big in the 70s and the 80s, right? Stunningly, I'm building to a Roddy Piper appearance. Spoiler alert. In the 2008 Royal Rumble, at number 13 or so, Superfly Jimmy Snuka came out. Now, Superfly Jimmy Snuka is another dude who was a big star in the 70s and the 80s in the WWF and with many other companies playing, doing a lot of their shows in Madison Square Garden. So it's a callback, it's a nostalgia pop, it's the kind of thing that you can only really do in the Royal Rumble at MSG, right? But it's like WWE does these. They do like cute little one-shot returns specifically for the Royal Rumble. It's neat. It's cute. You see a guy, you're like, oh yeah, that old guy, he's still kicking. Hey, he can kind of go a little. Oh wait, he can't really go a little. That's sad. But hey, we got to see him and that's nice. And then you move on with your lives, right? That's, classic nostalgia pop. And then, Jimmy Snuka comes out, he takes his shirt off, he looks a little awkward with his shirt off, but he starts punching guys, and it's like, okay, he can still punch people a little bit. Good for him. Good for you, Jimmy Snuka. And then, 2 minutes later, because it's the Royal Rumble, you do staggered entries. They do the 10-second countdown. Crowds and do who's gonna be the next guy? 10, 9, 8, and they count down to 0. And then the bagpipes kick in. And by the way, Roddy Piper's whole thing was that he was Scottish. He was actually Canadian of Scottish ancestry, but as far as wrestling is concerned, that's good enough to be Scottish. So, bagpipes kick in, and everybody goes freaking nuts because they realize, oh my God, it's Roddy Piper. And Piper has this reputation as like a legendary, incendiary character, scathing promos, intense matches. Like, Roddy Piper was a cool, tough, wild motherfucker. And one thing Roddy Piper had was a legendary rivalry with Jimmy Superfly Snuka. Like, it was a big deal. WWE has since tried to turn it into the third biggest deal ever, which is overselling the Piper Snuka rivalry. But, there was a feud there. It was good. One time, and keep in mind that Piper was the heel, doing racism as a bad person to make you know that he's a bad person. One time, Roddy Piper hit Jimmy Snuka in the head with a coconut. And it was a bad thing. It was a bad thing that a bad person did in a story that was presented as a bad thing that a bad person did. So, credit to wrestling using racism to get heat, which is, I suppose, a bit better than using racism to get a babyface reaction. Anyway, let's take another bridge because we're out of bridge at the moment. We need bridge, is what I'm getting at. You know what? Why would I have you two come from down there when I can just have you two come from right here? And we do that. That seems better. Yeah, I'm going to go with better. That seems better. This motorway number 1 situation is well and truly fucked, but I'm sure it'll be fine eventually. You know what? Let's tweak it a wee bit. And by tweak it a wee bit, I mean we're gonna voop. There. Now the motorway is very short. Rather than having everybody converge on a central point, we're just gonna have everybody shoop up this way. That's better, right? Maybe? That could be better. I can see a universe wherein that's better. You need to point south. That is just strictly speaking better. This is definitionally better, actually. All right, you go that way. You go that way. We've got so many yellows up here in the north. Yeah, it is Tokyo after all. We're gonna get. Tokyo always has like a big cluster of houses up here in the northwest, and then a plaza, usually a double plaza, right here at the top of this island. And today, that is exactly what's happening. Actually, it's the same thing that always happens in Tokyo. Anyway. So Roddy Piper comes out, one guy after Jimmy Snuka. Fancy coincidence that. It's almost like wrestling is scripted or something. Look at this. We've got this black house right here. That sucks. Well, you can come here, and we can run these dark blues in such a way as to not interfere with anyone getting to this business. But in terms of anyone actually doing the part where they get to the business, it might be a little fucky. Let's see here. I think we're gonna have to improvise. By improvise, I mean make shit up. let's move motorway number 2 over here. So these 4 will now service that. You 3 black houses can come up here, swing down that way. I hate this, but actually, you know what? I don't need that. We've got bridges. We've got enough bridge that I don't actually need to do the terrible, awful thing I wanted to do. Good. It allows me to do a different terrible, awful thing. Behold, a terrible, awful thing. So the light blues right here go over this bridge. They go down, they go into the roundabout. Light blue could just go under. I mean, yeah, if you're smart. Like, if you think about stuff and you analyze situations and you realize that, yeah, these light blues could totally, absolutely just go under this business, yeah, that does seem like you don't even have to redraw the bridge. You can just voop and shoop and yeah, that makes so much sense, Coffee Cafe. Thank you. See, this is why I put up good scores in mini motorways. It's because I have people helping me. Oh, God. All right. You, Black House, get down that away. So Roddy Piper follows Jimmy Snuka to the ring for the Royal Rumble. And in and of itself, that's cool. Oh, look, 2 old guys we both know. But also, wait a second, 2 old guys who fucking hate each other. And also, as Roddy Piper, because Roddy Piper is never a guy who's just going to be like, hi, fans, yeah, I'm Roddy Piper, thanks for remembering, give me some money, something like that. No, he's gonna go out there and fucking perform. And he, as like a character and a performer or whatever, remembers that he fucking hates Jimmy fucking Snuka. He fucking hates Jimmy Superfly motherfucking Snuka. So here's Roddy Piper, this, let's say, 60-something-year-old man. I don't know how old he was in 2008, but he wasn't young. So here's this, 60-something-year-old dude following his longtime rival to the ring for what should, by all rights, just be a cute little, hey, look, it's these 2 old guys in the ring, everybody cheer for them and then move on with your lives type situation. No. He's marching down to the ring, spitting and snarling, and he takes off his leather jacket, and he takes off his merch t-shirt that he has under the leather jacket, and at this point, he's just a fat old white man wearing a kilt. And he's growling, and he's pointing at Snook and being like, you motherfucker, I'm gonna kick your fucking ass. And Roddy Piper and Jimmy Snuka go face to face, and then they start trading punches, and the crowd is loving it. But here's the thing with the Royal Rumble. The Royal Rumble is not just 2 guys in the ring, aside from right at the very beginning, or if one guy clears the ring in the match. It's a staggered entry battle royal. There's a dozen dudes in the ring, okay? And, again, almost as if professional wrestling is scripted, sometimes these, the wrestlers that are in the ring, they, hit big moves on each other and they get out of the way to let a planned spot happen. That's a thing that happens. But what very rarely happens is you can actually see every other wrestler in the ring stops what they're doing and they just watch Roddy Piper and Jimmy Snuka trading haymakers. It fucking ruled. You know how every story I tell about professional wrestling contains both the phrase, it fucking ruled, and a horrifying story of real life? Who won that confrontation? As I recall, Snuka, because historically Snuka was the babyface and Piper the heel, so that would make sense. It's entirely possible that some third unknown heel, let's say Randy Orton, came out from nowhere and dumped them both. I don't remember. Neither of them won the match or anything. God, no. It was the Royal Rumble. It was a very important match in 2008. You're not going to... That was the time John Cena came back. Yeah, I don't remember who won the confrontation. It doesn't matter. It does not matter who won. But you know how... You know how every wrestling story contains both the phrase, "it was fucking awesome," and also just the casual dropping of some absolutely horrifying true fact that makes the whole business seem just sketchy and awful? Yeah, one time Jimmy Snuka murdered his girlfriend and Vince McMahon totally knew it happened, but he helped Jimmy Snuka get away with it by pretending to the cops that his dumb savage gimmick was actually real life and he didn't understand the charges, when in fact he had just murdered the girlfriend he had been abusing for a very long time. So I'm going to replace these reds up here. I think I'm going to try to redraw over this and create an opening for this business rather than have them run along this yellow road. We're going to do that, and that's going to mean we need to redraw all of this, and that means that this needs to come up to here. We got all of these reds serving all of this business. That's lovely. You come up here into this little kadush we've created. Great. Coffee Cafe notes that this red circle with 3 houses appears to be in a bad place, which is true. It's a fair and accurate statement you've made there, Coffee Cafe. Fortunately, we've got a bunch of reds down here, what ain't doing nothing. Unfortunately, we've got like 85 quadrillion houses to deal with and not enough road. So let's take you 3 dark blues. We're going to motorway number 2, the 3 of you, up into there. We're going to use these 3 to supplement you going up this way. And by these 3, I mean those 4. That also looks like this black circle is fucked. So that's great. You go up that way. You... Wait a second. Why do I have 7 houses? Why do I have 8 houses servicing a square with a motorway and 6 houses servicing a circle with a very long and stupid road containing not 1 but 2 bridges? That seems like poor allocation of resources. It seems like I could be doing that better. Here, allow me to do that better. Now, this business is not going to get mad because it's already got a motorway going into it. This business is not going to be mad because it had previously been completely and totally fine. So it's going to remain completely and totally fine for however long it takes to get that bridge back, which I just did. So you go up there, and then you go down here, like so. Great. So now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 black houses servicing this black square. And yeah, it's got a very long and stupid road going to it, but is probably fine. And this black circle right here is completely and totally fine, what with the being serviced by 8 different houses thing. Okay. So you go up there. Also, you know what? You and you're just doink motorway number 4, just like that. You got angry because you were deprived of customers for a very long time. Now, however, you shall be great. This red up here was previously noticed to be terrible. So, what shall we do about that, I wonder? It is a fair and reasonable question. However, one to which I do not have a good answer. Please don't make manga jokes. In general. Thank you. You... You come here. No, if you come down here, you're going to share this tile right there. And that blows. So, we're just going to leave that alone for a second? And just leave that alone for a second seems like a bad plan. Is this green really mad? I'm sorry, green. You've got 7 houses and a straight shot motorway and the inherent capacity of a circle, and you're mad? Huh. I mean, I could cut this, right? I could cut this corner right here, and that would make this angle sharper, but that would not allow me to get this house over here.
Luke Ainsworth cheered 3 bits. Good luck, bits. Luke AI 1 rage.
Thank you for the bits, Luke Ainsworth. But yeah, this house right here would cut there. It would still share this entry tile, which is unfortunate. This red business is angry, and the obvious answer is to motorway it, but I want to see if I can get a bridge. I can't get a bridge. Instead, I'll get 30 road tiles. Okay. So this green business is mad that... Fuck. Okay. Listen. One disaster at a time. You know, I think rather than... I don't really want to motorway these reds over here when a bridge makes so much more sense. Rather than do that, I think we're gonna pre-build that. That's gonna be okay. We're not going until that has a bridge. Don't worry. We're going to... Yeah, I do have a bunch of greens at the top. A bunch is only like 6, though. I've got 6. The top right black is not going to give up its these black houses down here. I'm taking these bridges back. We're getting 2 bridges back, and we're going to motorway. Yeah, we're going to motorway right here. We're going to motorway number 5 right over to here. So now these are going to have a motorway, which is going to service this. Unfortunately, you remember when I said I wasn't going until I had a bridge back? I lied. Now, theoretically, these 2 can service this, but given that it's rush hour, 2 houses is not going to support a business. So, I think we're just going to have to wait until we get at least 1 of these bridges back. That will happen when this house clears that. Great. You have cleared that. These reds can now all come save this business. This is going to be fine. This green over here, however, might be fucked. Okay, let's see here. I've got a whole bunch of greens up here. I can't really redraw this motorway, though. Like, this motorway, it would have to... Oh, I did stop at exactly 2,000. That's neat. If I just move this motorway, it's going to have to wait to clear out before actually adjusting, and that's going to fucking kill it. So let's not do that. No! Absolutely not, Sunflare Space. I appreciate it. Can we make a blanket statement banning wordplay based on neo-fascistic movements? If I had a nickel for every time I had to nip in the bud an otherwise acceptable pun that glorified a neo-fascistic movement that rose to power in the 21st century, I would have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot, but it's weird that it happened twice. Oh God. I appreciate the puns and the humor, but let us never make MAGA or Gamergate references, please. Okay. I understand, Sunflare Space. I'll sell my bathwater later. Oh God. I'll sell my bathwater later is the title of the episode. Motherfucker. Why do I say things? Why do I do this? Why did Nude Indigo have to be so damned entertaining and have so much fun that he made it seem like a thing that I would want to do, and then it turned out that it was a thing that I wanted to do? J.K. Rowling's a turf. There is your public service announcement. A universal good that I have done is remind the internet. Okay. Why are all of you blue houses not pointed at this blue business? Did I do that? I think I did that, and I think I was dumb for having done that. Okay. Now then, what in the fuck are we gonna do to save this green business? If I oh, good Lord. Oh, I think I see an answer, and I don't particularly like it. Okay, here we go. You, by the way, I just remembered I owe Bagunicorn a hydrate. I have, like, no water here. It's fine. Also, Sunflower Space wants a stretch, which is what reminded me of the hydrate. Ah, pain. It's true, but I'm bad at, like, I can't pretend to drink water. Like, oh, look, I'm gonna grab this empty glass, and oh, wait, holy shit, there's water at the bottom of this glass. I have water. There. Thank you, Sam. I grabbed what I thought was an empty glass. Anyway. All right. So can I... Okay. This is a horrendous plan. But these green... Nora, it's not the meow time. Meow time is later. You come down here. You staple yourselves to this road right here, right? And then you come down here, go into this roundabout. Having successfully gone into this roundabout, you then come out of this roundabout, point yourself down this way, and get up into that business. And now I have added 10 cars to this circle. I have also completely fucked over everything, but you know, it's fine. Also, piss. We're just gonna do that. That's gonna have to be fine. It's gonna be completely and totally fine. You point that way. Why have you not been pointing that way for years? Matter of fact, you get up and into that so that I don't even know what I'm doing anymore. You go that way. Thank you. You go that way. You go that way. You go that way. You go that way. Great. Excellent. Amazing. Sam, I demand that you take a selfie on that island. Okay. Let's see here. Oh, that was a big old wheeze. That indicates excellent health. I just said health. Well, fortunately, it has nothing to do with my neck health. Alright, so has adding all of this green actually done anything good? I mean, sorta. This red, by the way, ultra dying. So let's do something about that. Yeah, I think it's time to do something about that. Here. We'll add a fourth house. That's something. I don't know if it counts as anything good, but, you know, it's something. Whole bunch of greens going up a whole bunch of different ways. Getting out here. Are you all okay? This green situation, you know what? I don't like this. I decided I hate this, actually. You two can swing up like so. We'll bridge you. It'll be fine. Here. I'm just going to rob all of the greens in the world from this. Again, this is all completely fine, this thing that I'm doing. It's great. Everybody go. Give me more road. Give me road. Lots of road. Okay. You go up that way. You, red business. Are you dead yet? No? Tremendous. So happy to hear that you're not dead yet. Give me a motorway. Okay. What can I motorway that will save everything? Actually, you know what? I know what I can motorway that'll save everything. All of this bullshit. All right, this roundabout doesn't need to exist anymore. This black road up here. What are you doing? Oh, you go in that way. Okay. You go in that way. You go that. This whole road doesn't need to exist anymore. This roundabout doesn't need to exist anymore, or at the very least, the southern spur of this roundabout doesn't need to exist anymore, because you can just draw motorway number 6. There. Motorway number 6 comes down here, you get off, you go back in, it's completely and totally fine. I shall hear no complaints. It's fine, Sam. One business, 2 motorways. That's completely reasonable. Here. We'll even tear down this bullshit now that this has a 3rd house. 3 houses right here should be enough to sustain this for a while. It'll be completely and totally fine. Everything that we've ever known indicates that this, you need to point that way, that this is actually A-okay. All right? We're at 2,700 trips and nothing is currently on fire. So that's good. You point that way, you point that way. You 3 point down here. So Sam, I'm just curious, how much grinding should I do in Final Fantasy Tactics? Like, I don't want to take all of the challenge out of the game by just brute forcing myself up to level like 25 before the first hard battle of the game, which is also the 4th battle of the game, which is also a fucking impossible battle unless you do 8 things the game doesn't tell you you need to do. But, you know, if I grind a lot at this point, I'm not going to break the rest of the game. Okay, well that's good. I'm only at like level 7, which, I mean, before the 4th battle of the game, where you start at level 1, jobs and skills are more important than levels. Okay, well, people are doing the things that they're doing, and they're getting points for doing the things that they're doing, so that's nice. I haven't quite figured out or I haven't quite realized, or I've forgotten because Circle Master probably told me, exactly how learning job skills works. I thought it was as simple as if you see someone do a job thing, you get points in that job, but it might be different. Hey, question, why is this yellow business mad? This yellow business is not mad, it just has a long road. Hey, question, why is this yellow business mad? This yellow business is basically fucked. I don't want to say you're basically fucked. You've got 8 million dudes. You can't be basically fucked. You've got 8 million dudes. Here, have 9 more dudes. Circle Master is here. Hello. The challenge format rules back when I ran those had level caps for various chapters. I see. You should be able to beat all of chapter 1 before you hit level 20. Well, I might. You actually want to be in the job. Okay. So if like you are a wizard, but you use a potion, which is a chemist thing, you get a little bit of chemist points. But if you were just a chemist and you did it, no, wrong. Okay. So if you are a chemist, but you do a black magic, which is a wizard, no, I'm just I'm restating the same scenario. Okay. Listen, I've poured hours into grinding Final Fantasy Tactics, which Final Fantasy Tactics never told me I need to actually do. So if I still can't beat that one battle, then you know. It'll be fine. It'll be completely and totally fine. So if you're a wizard, your friend Bob is in a battle. Bob does chemist stuff. I get some chemist stuff because I saw a chemist do some chemist stuff. Okay. So I need to have a chemist in order for people to get better at being chemists. But the best way to be a chemist is to be a chemist. Okay. I just realized that I had my phone sound on. Also, I got an email from work. Also, it's junk. So, that's great. Oh, let's see here. This black business down here is mad about stuff. Huh. That's a problem for you, black business. Bam-a-lam. What are we gonna do about that? All right, let's take these 4 black houses right here and bop them up here and have them join motorway number 2 in support of this business. Now, you may be asking yourself, why the fuck did you do that? You're gonna screw over this guy. Well, this guy has like 7 houses and cars and driveways, and also I can bring in some friends. Behold, some friends. Shoop, shoop, voopity voop. Aha! Friends. Even better, Seinfeld. Seinfeld was better than Friends. Is that even a hot take? I mean, it's just an accurate statement about television, really. You come down this way. We're gonna pour. Oh my god, I've got so many black houses I can pour onto this ill-thought-out road. Look at this ill-thought-out road. I love it. What do you mean you're mad? What do you mean you're mad? You don't get to be mad. You've got 4 houses and a road that's 1.5 inches long. How are you mad? Like, you, I understand, and you are just a clusterfuck with 2 motorways. I get why you 2 would be mad, but why are you mad? All right, fine. Listen. I've got 2 greens here that ain't doing shit about shit. They can add to your shit. You shits. Okay. Great. You get job points based on what job you're in, not what you actually do. Huh. I see. I probably would have gotten levels faster if I had done the get the enemy very weak and then grind skills thing rather than just like, here's a battle, I'm gonna win it. And then I won the battle. But again, now you're min-maxing the bullshit thing the game didn't even tell you you could or need to do. So, it'll be fine. It'll all be fine. It'll be completely and totally fine. There is, in fact, a greenhouse right the fuck here, Luke. Thank you. Can I sneak more light blues over here? Not easily. Like, I've got all of these light blues here, but, well, we'd have to make an awkward road. However, it is gonna die if we don't do it. So, awkward. There you go. There you go. You, here. All of you. Not you, sorry. All of you. Come up this way. Go that way. Go this way. And now Herc and Dirk. Thus. This is gonna create a nightmare intersection right here, but let's ignore that because we need it. Here, a whole bunch more light blues. This red business is just gonna die, I think. I got so much nothing for you, buddy. Well, hold on. I can, no, I can't do, I mean, I could. It's gonna overfuck some of these green guys, but you know what? Fuck it. You swoop in like that. Here, you also thusly swoop. All of these reds just cross over that already terribly dangerous intersection. I'm sure nothing bad is gonna happen right there. You. Ow, 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 ow. Ow, my head hurts. All right, everybody go. All the reds come save this. All the blues come save this. This black house is mad, which I mean, I guess I understand. Here, have another black house. We can do that. This yellow house is mad, which I absolutely don't condone. No, I refuse to accept that. You being angry, no, none of this part. This part doesn't make sense. We're just, here, give me a motorway. All right, what can I motorway? What can I save with a motorway? I have no idea. Okay. This business is kind of fucky, actually, when you think about it. It would be less fucky if all of the light blues in the whole entire world, minus this one, were actually on a bridge. You come out over to here. I can emergency motorway and then redraw the bridge. That's pretty much exactly what we're gonna do. Actually, we're gonna emergency motorway right here, thusly. And then once the bridge is clear, we'll redraw it, and that'll get me a motorway again, which will definitely not kill everything in the process of the drawing and the redrawing and the three drawing. And oh look, more green guy. More green guy here for this green business. Good Lord. Okay, here. Bridge. No, bridge. No. Bridge, motherfucker. Do you speak it? You come up over here. Get out. No, I can't optimal bridge. Okay, fine. Here. There. Bridge. Everything is mad. Oh my God. Oh my God. Every single business is mad. I don't think we're surviving this one, y'all. I think we're in trouble. Okay, I've got a motorway. I've got a motorway. What business is the most fucked? Look at all these chickens. That's true. Okay. Here, let's just pick one. You're the winner. You are the beautiful beneficiary of 6 random ass black houses who are gonna come throw more dudes at your face. There. That's a lot of angry happening. Jesus. 55-58. Feels like a good score. We're dropping GGs in the chat, which tells me I beat Sam. That's top 1%. We'll take that. That's, oh, good God. Number 2 in the world. We take those. We take those. Curse you, Marco Ad 8521, for being 105 passing trips better than me. But, you know, good Lord. Good Lord. That was a trip. I have nothing else to contribute. You go that away. Is it 105? I thought it was 100. No, it was 125. I thought it was 105. No, I did math bad. Trombone Dalek wants me to hydrate. I only had one mouthful of... Fuck. Hold on. Wait. I had a pitcher of lemonade. Is there any lemonade in the bottom of the pitcher? Come here. Come here. Ah. There's There's lemonade at the bottom of the pitcher. Oh, thank God. There. It is a day of glorious triumph and also having 2 mouthfuls of water for breakfast. I'm Gwyneth Paltrow. Sunflower. Oh, God, that's sour. Oh, it's concentrated. Ah. Mm-hmm. Sunflower Space wants a treat for Nora. Let's do that. Hi. Here's a good kitty. Hello. You are such a tiny little orange child. That's a true fact. Despite the fact that you're like 16 months old and therefore by cat standards not really a child. Come here, take it. Oh, hi. Hello. Oh, there's a good girl. All right, bye. Let's play Wordle, shall we? Okay, so there's an E and an R. It could be Liger. Could absolutely be Liger. It's not, but I've learned some things, which is good. It could be Ruler. It's not, but it could have been. So... Oh, it couldn't have been Liger. You're correct. Curses. Oh well. It taught me that there's an L in the word, so that wasn't a completely wasted guess. So, the word is something L something ER. That's an awkward place for a consonant. Could be elder, could be flyer. Those are both fair and good points. Let's go with this one. It's not that one. Okay, let's go with this one. It's not that one either, but it is this one. God. Okay. That could have been disastrous. Because, like, I think alder's a thing. Anyway, the Wordle is older. Now you know. Knowing, of course, being half the battle. Let's take a glance at yesterday's Immaculate Grid and completely and totally embarrass myself, shall we? All right. We need so many teams. So many teams. All right. Red Sox and Royals. Let's go with Paul Bird. Paul Bird was on both of those teams. The Red Sox column is going to be fun because I can think of classic old Red Sox guys. Like, I think Lou Merlone played in Cleveland, didn't he? He went to, yeah! Lou Merlone played for Cleveland. Reasonably certain. I'm positive. Oh my God, that photo. This photo. Okay, this picture of Lou Merlone makes him look like the villainous jock quarterback in a high school movie, right? This guy is the incumbent starting quarterback who is wildly outperformed by the plucky underclass hero, but demands to retain his starting job because his father's the coach, and you know, we have a wing of this school named for us. That sort of thing. And if you know anything about Lou Merlone's personality, that tracks. Just imagine that guy if his entire identity was wrapped up in, I was a pretty good backup infielder on some pretty bad Boston Red Sox teams in the 1990s. Lou Merlone. Anyway, let's see here. Byung-Hyun Kim fits this top left square. I feel like we can do better than that, though. Like, Byung-Hyun Kim was a closer for the Diamondbacks on the World Series team. He was a rather famous disaster with the Red Sox, but I don't think too many people remember that Shea Hillenbrand played for the Diamondbacks. Yeah, let's go with Shea Hillenbrand. Boom! A whopping 2% of people who got that square guessed Shea Hillenbrand. So, you know. Anyway, Shea Hillenbrand was a Blue Jay? I didn't know that Shea Hillenbrand was a Blue Jay. Wow. Oh, God, who's the terrible catcher? Blake Swihart would have fit this square. Blake Swihart would have been a tremendous pull for this top left square. Alas, it was not to be. Let's hit the Kelly Johnson button, because in addition to playing for every team in every East pretty much, he was also a Diamondback. And now we're going to go with much more well-known dudes, because I don't actually know much, it turns out. For instance, for this one, we're going to go with Roberto Alomar, because, that's fairly obvious, but it fits. Let's see here. Diamondbacks and Astros. Oh, Randy Johnson. Fairly obvious one, but make sure you complete a big one. Yeah, Sam, there is a big one. One of them's an absolute unit, you might say. Guardians and Astros is... it's a good question. I think Grady Sizemore wound up on the Astros. I think he was a Guardian for life when he wasn't in the hospital. Jeff Bagwell was never a Guardian. Crap. Was Nick Johnson an Astro? No. Was Nick Swisher an Astro? Who I was actually thinking of. That's true. Grady Sizemore was on the Red Sox. He would have fit this square. Let's see. Garrett Cole was never a Guardian. Son of a bitch. John Olerud was never a Royal. Just stating random facts about baseball at this point. All right, well, here's another button that I personally like to hit. It's the Zach Greinke button. Yay. Let's see here. So, Guardians and Astros, Royals and Blue Jays. Wait. David Cone. There you go. We're not going obscure, but we are getting the square. Okay. One away. Good Lord. Oh, God. This is probably... well, it's definitely doable. There are dozens, if not over 100 dudes who fit the square. I just have to think of one of them. Oh, good God. All right. Let's see here. Albert Bell was never an Astro. Manny Ramirez was never an Astro. James Thom was never an Astro. Sandy Alomar Jr. was never an Astro. Jeff Bagwell was never a Guardian. Lance Berkman, Craig Biggio were never Guardians. Roger Clemens, Andy Pettit were never Guardians. Garrett Cole was never a Guardian. I think Fernando Rodney was an Astro, but not a Guardian. I think Edwin Jackson was well, neither of these teams, actually. Dennis Martinez was a Guardian, but never an Astro. I'm actually not 100% sure about that. He might fit the square. No. Jeff Kent was an Astro, I think, but not a Guardian. Fuck. Omar Vizquel was a Guardian, but not an Astro. Carlos Baerga was a Guardian, but not an Astro. There's a prominent Clevelander who they fleeced from the Astros when he was a youngin'. Oh, is it Jose Ramirez? Jose Ramirez is a Guardian. See, the problem with the modern Guardians and Astros is they both really want to develop internally because those players are cheap. And the Astros aren't above spending money. Or like they're willing to do it, but I can't think of any. Josh Bell is a Guardian. He was a Pirate. Was he also an Astro? Fuck. Paul Ossenmacher was a Guardian. Was he a... I don't think Charles Nagy was an Astro. Bartolo Colon wasn't an Astro. Gee, this is just remembering names. Morgan Ensberg was never a Guardian. Fuck. At this point, I've definitely said something wrong. But I also don't remember everything I've said. Shit. I keep coming back to Josh. I haven't actually said anything wrong. Great, because I was almost going to come back to Jose Guillen. I was going to flip a mental coin between Jose Guillen and Josh Bell and wind up guessing Josh Bell and being wrong about stuff. So, that's good. Who the fuck is on Cleveland and prominent? God. Bo Naylor. You don't mean on Cleveland now. Okay. Was Kenny Lofton an Astro? I feel like Kenny Lofton has come up like 8 times on the Immaculate Grid, and they're never for the 2 teams that I know Kenny Lofton played for, which are the Guardians and the Yankees. Fuck, was Kenny Lofton an Astro? Mother, it was probably Kenny Lofton. How many prominent Guardians can I think of who aren't Kenny Lofton that I haven't already named? Paul Sorrento might have been an Astro. I have no idea. Fuck it. Bang, fuck it. We're an hour and 7 minutes into the episode. It's Kenny Lofton. It's Kenny Lofton! Hey! I thought of a dude. Oh, good lord. Okay, then. We got the grid immaculate, which in and of itself is an accomplishment. Yay. He's a good button. Okay. Listen. We're winning in every way. We got the Wordle. We got the immaculate grid for once. We did very, very well on the daily challenge. Excuse me. We're going to go to the end screen. I will be back tomorrow morning at 7 o'clock Eastern for another edition of Good Morning Mini Motorways. I said Jeff Kent, damn it. Oh well. Have a good day, everybody. Bye-bye.